and I'm sorry if I caused any damage.
Yeah, I'm really, I mean, with all due respect, I'm really done with the conversation.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys about Chris today. He's been spouting off on Instagram. It's got a bit mad. He's gone after his so-called pastor, or some particular pastor. I'm not sure if it's this pastor that's on the show or another pastor. We don't know, but we're going to discuss and play the video and react to the comments that he made on his actual Instagram. So guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notifications of uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, well, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. All right, let's get into it. Let's do it. I'm going to play a little video clip. I'm going to put that up on the stream for you guys as well, and just kind of hopefully get you guys to view it that way as well. So before we go any further, so let's have a look at this for you guys. Okay, cool. Let's pause it here. So he says on this, he says, I want to be crystal clear. I called you and told you that I may have still been in love with her 2 weeks before the big day, and I wanted to drop out, but was unsure due to my legal obligation. You said it's just the devil and this process was good, or God ordained, sorry. So I want to just drop that first thing. It says, obviously, I want to be crystal clear. I called you and told you that I have still been in love with her 2 weeks before the big day, and I wanted to drop out. Now, this is major news because, first of all, if you wanted to drop out 2 weeks before the show, okay, that means you were never committed to the process. Number one, why did you apply for the process when you were still having sex with your ex and baby mother, you keep saying it as, right? So we really got an issue here, number one. But okay, you said obviously you wanted to drop out, but you couldn't due to the fact that you weren't sure of your legal obligations, right? Then a lawyer should have been brought in, bro. That's a costly mistake, but you're gonna have to fix it. See, going forward, it's cost more. You've cost somebody their heart. You've hurt the person. You've put damage on the person in that sense as well, because what you've done in that process is you have become a hurtful and evil person to someone else in regards of you and Paige. Your behavior, where because you didn't want to be in a relationship, because you didn't want to be here, because you were still in love with your ex, which your pastor asked you and said on the show, is that door closed? And you said the door is closed. So who's a damn liar? You's a liar. So don't try to put it on someone else. Like, bro, listen, even if you called him or called whoever the pastor is, we don't know, 2 weeks prior to the show, okay, irrespective of that, you got asked on the show, are you still in love with your ex? And you said, you asked, is that door shut? You said the door is shut. It's done. So don't try to flip it. You see, manipulators think they're smart. They try to flip it onto someone else to put the blame on because they don't want to take responsibility. There is no responsibility to anybody else. I don't care if your pastor even told you go on the show. I don't care if your pastor said it's God ordained. You have to take responsibility for your actions and be accountable, Chris. It's that simple. You cannot flip it onto somebody else. Whilst I also understand that it's a very mad thing for the pastor to say, if he did say that it's God ordained, I wouldn't agree with it. And so obviously, you said it's just the devil and this the process was God ordained. Now, any pastor saying this nonsense is cancelled in my eyes. Any pastor saying this is cancelled in my eyes. Just like anybody saying that Trump was going to get a second term and prophesied and didn't get a second term is also cancelled in my eyes. Because in all aspects, really, why are we abusing our position of power to influence people into decisions that they're not ready to take? You know what I'm saying? We have a duty to be responsible. Let me get some water. Stay hydrated. We have a duty to people, okay, to guide them in the right way. When you are a leader of men in the Christian flock, you have to be truthful and not let your feelings get ahead of you. So I hope the pastor didn't say this. I hope he didn't. But here, there is no freedom from what you've said, Chris. Like, in the sense of, you knew, you called, and this is an admission of guilt. Listen to this. I want to be crystal clear. I called you and told you that I may have still. I love the fact he puts that I may have been. Sir, I wasn't sure. It doesn't make a difference. You going into a new relationship is wrong on your part. It was wrong on your part. Okay, you made a mistake originally applying for the show, getting through it. Maybe you thought to yourself, I wouldn't get through to it. It don't make a difference even if you thought that you didn't. You did get through, and you kept on progressing, and you kept on enjoying it, and you kept on filling out the forms, and you're doing all those things. And what were you saying to the advisors? So you were the liar. You've lied all the way through. You've manipulated your way all the way through the show to get to a point where you're now married. You can't flip it onto somebody else. You can't blame another pastor. Do you understand? Yeah. Basically what's happening is the ship is sinking and he's trying to take everybody down with him. And this is why I don't rock with manipulators very well. It's why I don't rock with narcissists very well. Or I don't think anyone should. I don't rock with them because at the end of the day, when you enable them, they turn on you. When you enable bad behavior, they turn on you. This is why I leave certain people to their own devices, you know. Not because they're bad people, but just because I want you got to make that mistake, and it's only you that made a mistake. I will tell you, listen, I don't agree, and I'll leave it at that. And after that, what I go on. But for going forward from there, I will say straight away, I will say, listen, that's you. That's a you mistake. That's nothing to do with me. You made that mistake. You decided to make that decision, and you must take accountability for it. Let's read on. I think I might have gone too far there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Says sorry about that. It says you were the first person I called when I found out about the pregnancy. Yega, and yaga. Wow. Now listen. Listen. That's a mad thing. Anyway, let me continue. But then you told me that she was lying and not to believe her, even though you had never met her. Now, isn't it interesting? Is it not interesting? Paige said she lying. The pastor now saying she lying. We're looking at the evidence and it doesn't look too great because, bro, we haven't had no evidence of her being pregnant. But we have to believe it. Like I said, I believe we should go to that particular forum. We're struggling, we're struggling at the moment because, even your pastor kind of said that, is she lying? Like, you know what I mean? To make sure that it is what it is, right? But my thing is this, obviously, coupled with what he said in the last slide, which we said, obviously, the fact that he said, obviously, it's the devil working. Let me just be frank as well to break that part of it. Sorry, to go back and I'll come forward. When we say things like, oh, it's the devil working, let me tell you something. Oftentimes, it's not the devil working, it's you working. We put a lot of blame and give a lot of glory to the devil who doesn't do anything. And the Bible talks about this in James. Stay hydrated. That, you know what, the desire is within you. You give it birth, and it gives birth to sin. It's desire that's within yourself. It's not out of you. It's in you. Okay? It's not someone else. It's you. And so, therefore, those desire, and when you say you, I want to be very specific, it's the sin that works within the construct of the flesh, okay? And that's a very technical term if you're not Christian, but, it just for now, we say in you, okay? And you desire to do this thing. And now you're at a point in position where you're saying, the pastor's pastor's saying it's the devil working. The devil isn't working oftentimes. He's just chilling. It's you and I choosing to do what we want to do, which is away from God. And when you decide to move away from God, that becomes a pride issue. A good idea is not a good idea. Okay, ask David when he wanted to build the temple for God. Okay, and so, but he carried on and said, but then you told me that she was lying and not to believe her, even though you had never met her. And I knew her, and I knew she wouldn't do that. So I waited for the confirmation, and it was confirmed. Okay, so he's trying to, I don't know if he's trying to spin a story to bring someone else down, to finish them, or he's bringing a story to kind of confirm that there was a pregnancy, because obviously all of us have said there was no pregnancy. So I don't know if he's trying to drag a pastor down. This is what I'm saying. When manipulators want to get it done, anybody's a sacrifice. Go and watch that video I did on my page where I talked about how when narcissists get involved, anybody can be a sacrificial lamb. Anybody, because the final goal is that they achieve the results that they want to achieve. Okay, but he says here, and it was confirmed. What's funny is you and your wife. Whoa, mysterious girl. He said, what's funny, okay, is you and your wife offered to participate in the reconciliation, okay, process of Mercedes and I months before the wedding. Now, this is going to add the aspect of why I said that himself and Mercedes were never broken up. Didn't I say it? When you watch the video, I said it. I said them two have not broken up. Paige, don't get excited. They never broke up. They never broke up. And when I say never broke up, their feelings are so deep for both of them. That's why I don't buy Mercedes saying I'm done with him right now. I was like, get out of here, darling. Get out of here, darling. You're not done anywhere. You said you're done right now, and look at it being confirmed here. He's still listen. The reconciliation process of so there was a time where they were trying to even get it back together. Okay, and the pastor was going to be involved to reconcile them months before the wedding. So deep it, when you got wedded, you were never ready for the wedding. That's why he started talking about his ex immediately from the jump. He was looking for an exit route, which is what we all said. He's self-sabotaging the relationship. He's been doing it from the beginning. Self-sabotaging the relationship. He's been doing it from the beginning. But it now gives credence to a lot of the stuff that happened on the actual show. And in that end scene where he's talking with Paige and talking with his ex Mercedes, it now gives credence to the moments where Pastor Cal, when he talks to Pastor Cal and was saying obviously his ex is amazing, his ex is great. He never left his ex. The ex never left his heart, baby. Okay, and now this message here is showing us that listen, you were trying to reconcile. So you had the differences because of trust, but now you're trying to reconcile, and that's what I'm saying. The mud doesn't just stick on the pastor. If you're trying to stick it on the pastor, it sticks on you too, Chris, because you were out on here on the show talking about how, I don't trust the ex no more. That's why she don't trust me no more. That's why we broke up. Rah, 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 rah. Knowing you're going to get married, knowing that your heart is not there. What, you're gonna break the naive thing and say, you know what, I was trying to see if I can have sex with her and see if it will change my mind. Listen, let's not do that. We're grown-ass adults. We know that doesn't work. Come on, let's not do that. We're grown-ass adults. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people pretend as if they don't know what they're doing, I find it very frustrating. So, yes, we're not going to play that game. We're not going to play that game, okay? So, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it trill. Like, Chris, you moved mad, okay? All right? But I hear you on the pastor thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the pastor was trying to bring you guys together, then he's very much aware of the situation you're in right now. And that means he's partly responsible because he saw the train wreck coming and decided not to stop the train wreck. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see. Continue onwards. Okay, let me get this going. Okay. Oh, baby. Okay. Let's get this going. Let's see what he says. Okay. Now we're going to know. Okay, now we're going to know who he's talking about. Okay? All right? He doesn't need to say it because he's basically admitted who it is. Okay? Let's look at this. Okay. So it says, you were never my pastor. Whoa! Somebody want to come with the shots. Coming with shots right now. All right, cool. You were never my pastor. You were my friend who filled in last minute to officiate. Now, can we keep it 100% true? Okay? Can we keep it 100% true? The mere fact that he's even ousting his friend is a dangerous precedent. It doesn't get better. Okay, the man wasn't your pastor, but you said he was your friend. Now you're doing him dirty on the screen. Now you're doing him dirty on a public Instagram. Now you're showing him out. Huh? And that's your friend? No, let's keep it 100% true. You see what I'm saying about manipulators using anybody for their end goal and using it for their own end result. It's all talking about the narcissist and the flying monkey stuff we're talking about, right? You are giving credence to this now even more for in a narcissistic profile, because now look at this. Your own friend who was your pastor, you're willing to sacrifice to the wolves. What? To make yourself look better. Sir, you're not going to look better. You know? You're not going to look any better. So here we're seeing him say, you were my friend who filled in last minute to officiate. You know, a little bit of shade in there as well. You weren't even supposed to be there, bro. You understand? He says, I wasn't mad because you mentioned a diamond metaphor. Okay? Which is, again, who said a diamond metaphor? Who said, listen, I can go to it. I would, but I don't know exactly where it is, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to get no thing against me. Okay? The diamond metaphor was said by the guy in blue, his pastor friend. Okay? So the diamond metaphor, that's specifically that pastor who's sitting there on the screen. He's made it very clear who it is. You understand? Okay, cool. I was mad at the hour-long conversation that people don't know about where you said some stuff that was disrespectful. Now, remember, he's used the same energy about disrespectful. He said this about Eric. He said this about Virginia. When anybody's questioned his motive, when everyone's questioned his line of thinking, when everyone's questioned what he's about, look what he's trying to do here. So what he's going to do, he's going to try and flip it from being about, oh, I wasn't mad about the diamond metaphor. Yeah, why would you be mad about a diamond metaphor? And then he mentioned it to flip it onto, I was mad at the long hour conversation that people don't know. So he's almost trying to make it as if the guys, there's more to the story that you don't really know. No, there's nothing more to the story. You're mad at your boy, who you've now put on the hanging line, yeah? You put him on the hanging line, okay, and you said obviously because he said some stuff that was disrespectful. What? Because he told you what? That you're moving mad. They told you that you're moving differently, yeah. He said you totally switched up on camera. Oh, but again, that makes it very clear who it is. But again, it's like, okay, so you what were you expecting? Are you saying that because he didn't cuss you in public? Is that what you're trying to say? That on camera he decided it differently? Maybe he did, and maybe he did. And you know what? Maybe he did do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say yay or nay. I don't know the guy. I don't know his character. Maybe he did do that. You know what I'm saying? But all I can say is look at if you really are a friend. You see, the Bible says that love covers a multitude of sins. Right now, who's he covering? He ain't covering nobody. Your own friend, you're now putting him on a hanging line. Sir, come on. The video that he did even the video that Married at First Sight got, right, which we saw, it wasn't even a deep video, it wasn't even a deep scene. He said, obviously, yes, you're being selfish. He told you that to your face, you're being selfish. In the cut scene, he's then telling you you're being selfish. What difference did it make? So why are you putting him on a hanging line now? Do you understand? Why are we putting him on a hanging line now? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, that's what I said to you, but people like Chris, man, they'll put you on a hanging line and finish you, yeah, for their own personal gain, man. They'll finish you for their own personal gain. Like, allow it, man. Let's see if we can bring this a little bit closer. Sorry, it's a bit far, isn't it? It's a bit far. Okay. Sorry, let's go back. Okay, cool. So it says, you know the truth. I was upset because what you said during the diamond convo. The diamond convo was different from our phone convos, and you flipped. Okay, so he said, you know what? You know the truth. I was upset because what you said during the diamond convo was different from our phone convos, and you flipped. I shut down because I didn't want to say something disrespectful, which is what it would have led to. I'd rather have done that off camera because brothers fight and make up after. Now, see the thing that's going mad here. See the thing that's going mad. You understand? See the thing that's going mad. How are you telling me you don't want to flip? How are you telling me you don't want to flip? How are you telling me that you don't want to, you brothers fight and and yet you're airing our business out on the street, bruv? If you got a problem with me, then come to me silent 1-to-1 if you're telling me I'm your brother, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're telling me you're my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, that's your friend. And that's what I'm saying to you, like, what's your definition of friend, Chris? Because now you've put him out to dry. You said, listen, basically, I don't mind bringing you to the slaughter, everybody. It is what it is. And so now you're bringing a different narrative about how he did you dirty on the camera, and that's not how he was saying on the phone. And again, if he did do that, it's a peak move, right? Do you know what I mean? And maybe he was thinking about his reputation. I don't know. But what we saw on camera was not only the difficulty I have with this particular narrative is that earlier on in the season, we saw your pastor talking to you 1-to-1, telling you, have you shut the door? We know we had a joke about his money. Yes, he made a joke about money, etc., etc. And what I would say is that the problem here is that he was a friend filling in for a pastoral role, right? And the issue was that a lot of us saw it as like we were confused, and it kind of makes sense now as to why in the beginning scene the wedding day where they're joking about Paige and her being etc., etc., and seeing that, and then now we're like, wait, how come the pastor's doing spud hands and high fives with you about how Paige looks, etc., etc.? It was a bit mad. It was like, that's not pastoral. But now you're saying he's just your friend. You're saying, just a friend. Yeah, we can get it now, why he was acting the way he was acting, because he's your friend, really. So to air him out when he's your friend, if you felt disrespected, why don't you just tell him to say it's 1-to-1? I don't understand why we're airing his business out. Now, maybe the pastor put something on his profile, I don't know, but it don't make sense to be airing your brother out like this, bro. Like you said, obviously that's your boy. Like, do you know what I mean? And you're doing your boy like this. That's kind of dirty. He says, because brothers fight and make up after seeing everything, and the deception, knowing you knew the depths of everything beyond what people know or what has been said is mind-boggling. You are fake and a clown. Yay. Your friend you're calling a fake and a clown. Wow. Okay. I didn't even. I'm sorry. I've cut it off before it got to the end there. It says you're a fake and a clown, and the fact that you are. Oh my days. Where is the rest of it, bruv? I didn't even screen it down, bro. Let me see. The fact that. Oh, did I not get it, bruv? Oh Lord, guys, I didn't get it. Let me just hold on 2 seconds. Let me do something. Let me screen this thing, bruv, quickly. I didn't get it, bruv. Now go and get it. Boy. Hey. Let's have a look. Sorry. Apologies. Okay, let's have a look. It says, and you are fake and a clown, and the fact that you are playing into a fake illusion. Okay, so let me get that up so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Beyond what people know or what has been seen is mind-boggling. You are fake and a clown, and the fact that you are playing into a fake illusion is sad. Now, I want to know what this fake illusion actually is. Like, what is the fake illusion that he speaks of? Okay, because as far as I'm concerned, okay, Chris went on the show by himself. Nobody forced Chris onto the show. Okay, Chris went onto a show by himself, where he's now got a woman that who he's married to, and he's almost got his ex pregnant. So what is the illusion here? This is why I keep saying about narcissistic profile. I don't like even saying this word very often, but this guy's trying to frame a whole narrative about an illusion. Where's the illusion, sir? You decided to bring your ex onto a TV show which she wasn't even a part of. Call her a baby mother. Put her next to another woman, looking to have this woman as a flying monkey against your ex, trying to do triangulation of oh man. Like it's like, so what's the illusion here? Your pastor spoke to a moment that you were moving mad. He spoke to that moment, and you failed to receive it at the moment. The lack of accountability for your actions. Look, I'm a person that listen, and I'm a person that says, hey, look, do you know what? You do something wrong, just admit that you did something wrong. I got no beef with you. But I hate people who do this, where they like try to gaslight the situation, flip the script, try to make you look bad now for calling out behavior that is wrong. And his behavior was wrong. Do you understand? Playing into a fake illusion. What is the fake illusion that you're talking about, sir? Let us know what fake illusion is. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what it is. Do you feel me? Let me even continue onwards so you guys can see. And so, yeah, it says here, he says, he won't wonder who I am talking to. The person knows. No, I think we all know. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's not bait, bro. You talked about diamond convo. You talked about being on camera different. You know what I'm saying? Like you spoke about the fact that, you know, the person changed up on you, like they were your friend first. So I think we all know. I think we can see that. It says my phone line is open the same way it's open when you called me every day, begging me, yay, oi. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. He said, listen. At first I was like, where's this going? He said, he won't wonder who I am talking to. The person knows. My phone line is open the same way it is open when you called me every day begging me to convince them to film in your church so you could grow your following at your church. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. You see, this is why I said I don't play with these narcissists and these manipulators, man. When you try to help them, you will always be in debt to them. That's one of the things as well I've noticed as well. You will always be in debt to somebody who's narcissistic, to somebody who's a manipulator, because they're always looking for an opportunity to use it against you, to get them to do what you want. When you don't do what they want you to do, they flip like this, and they use against you the things they've done for you. Trust me, because I've seen it. I know what I'm talking about. This is a classic narcissistic trait, to when you are not getting your way, to say, but what were the things I've done for you? So now he's airing out the business. Oh, look, oh, you know, my phone line's open the same way it was open when you called me every day, begging me to convince them to film in your church so you could grow your following at your church. Do you know how deep that is for you to say that, bro? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm not giving a pass or a pass for that if he said that. But it's just mad. He says, I can assure you I'm not frightened and I will add more before I take it away. Now, listen to this. This is what he said. I can assure you I am not frightened and I will add more before I take it away. Take what away? Take what away, sir? Take what, sir? You know what I mean? Like, do you know how mad it is to hear him talk like that? Do you know how mad it is to hear someone say that? And that's how much entitlement someone feels like to you. Do you know what I'm saying? For you to say, obviously, I almost as if, like, you know, I give and I can take away. What are you taking away, sir? What level of power are you taking away, sir? Do you know what I'm saying? What level?
This is a really selfish decision.
It's not selfish.
It's selfish to say I'm going to walk away. I'm going to leave the marriage. That's selfish.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm really.
You know, so, like, it's crazy to think to yourself that this is Chris. Like, Chris is now showing his ass, bruv. Honestly, he's showing his ass. And if you're a friend of Chris, you're probably thinking to yourself, when am I next on the chopping block? Because you're coming after everybody. Whenever you feel like it, whenever you feel like someone's disagreeing with your point or disagree with your idea, you're putting them on the chopping block. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's a level of madness that, bro, I'm not involved with, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, I'm looking at Chris, I'm saying, bro, you're airing out laundry of people who could support you. That's a classic narcissistic move, bro. As soon as they don't support what you do, you flip out. Bro, I'm going to leave it there, man. Well, I don't know. What's you guys' thoughts? What do you guys think of his scenario? I saw this last night. I was going to do a video and I said, let me chill and wait till the morning. Let it settle. And it didn't get any better. So, guys, listen. Like, share, subscribe. You click on that bell button for notifications of the uploads. Man, it's crazy out in here. Appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded.